Welcome to episode 1452 with the Multifamily Collective. Today, let's talk about the voice in the room. And there are obviously several voices that are important as it relates to being in a room. Now, we're speaking about voices in the room in the context of multifamily, in the context of property management. So, by way of example, several years ago, let's say it was 8 or 9, I worked for a property management company in St. Louis, Missouri, Mills Properties, still there today. Shout out to Kirk and his team. While we were there, we created this mechanism that allowed the team member voice to be in a room in important meetings. So every Monday morning, we had a operations meeting where we talked about all things operations, but we thought it important to have the team member's voice in the room and the consumer's voice in the room. So we set up some mechanisms to get data from consumers and to get data from team members. Let's call them surveys. And we took those surveys and we took the feedback from those surveys and we put them into the room. We went so far as to set a chair up in each one of those meetings and put a big giant cardboard caricature cutout of celebrities. So one of the celebrities was The Rock, right? And so The Rock was our resident, and we put the Rock, the cutout of Rock, in a chair. And when we would go around the room and we would talk about customer feedback, we would talk about it from the Rock's perspective. So the voice was there, Rock was the voice, the feedback was from consumers that lived in our apartment communities. Same thing for team members. I can't remember who we had for our actual cardboard cutout for our team member, but we would set them in the chairs, we'd go around the room, and when it was the Rock's turn to talk or this other celebrity's turn to talk, they were talking for the consumer, they were talking for the team member. And it was just a way to bring some fun, but also a remarkable and memorable way to get your consumer's voice into the room or your team member's voice into the room. So remarkable that there was a cause for action. You were consistently talking about it. Oh my gosh, we got The Rock in our room and we got so-and-so in our room and we're talking about consumer feedback and we're talking about team member feedback. The point to that is this. It's really important that you put those voices in the room. It's really important to take those voices, to take that feedback, speak about it, talk about it, strategize about it, but then create tactics where you can go out and actually make change. You can actually impact a team member's world. You can actually impact a consumer's world. But that's just a fun way to do it, a memorable and remarkable way to do it. And I'd encourage you to set up some mechanism like that if you don't already have it in place. Or if you do have it in place, adjust it and go get yourself some large characters to sit in the room. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon.